We're here with Jennifer Zuccaro.
Hello.
This is Jen's first ever Bertucci's Football League interview.
That is.
We've been waiting a long time for this. I liken this to an interview with dignitaries such as the King of England. That's not alive anymore.
There is no King of England, but okay.
The
I think the Queen of England, we're good with
The King
that.
of America, Obama.
Right. Although I care more about this than he cares about anything he's ever been interviewed for.
This is like that type of level interview.
Right.
So I'll be honest with you, I'm even a little bit nervous doing this interview. I'm not sure what I'm going to be asking. We're going to do this off the cuff.
Okay.
But here we go. Jen, you've been in this league now 6 years, 7 years? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
How are you liking it?
Obviously, I love it. I'm one of the top teams. Previous champion. Going to be a champion again this year. Should have been a champion last year.
We'll get to that, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I like it.
What are your favorite aspects of the league?
I definitely like the competitiveness of it. I like, the talk on the boards. I like that most teams are actually good teams. Like, there's really not any teams that aren't competitive.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. I just like it's a good group.
Who would you consider your biggest rival in the league?
Ricky.
Ricky's your biggest rival. Why do you say that? Not somebody like Cisco or Ray, who you have a lot of back and forth with on the boards.
Ray and I have more of a personal rivalry than we do a football rivalry.
Understood. So you hate each other's guts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Cisco and I, same thing.
You hate each other. Okay.
Yeah, we pretty much hate each other.
So do you not? We'll get back to Ricky, but do you not view Cisco and Ray as a threat to you? Is that what you're trying to say right now?
They're more challenges, like a really hard math question that I know I can beat, but I have to work at it kind of thing. Ricky is
You mean
more,
Cisco is. Ray isn't at that level yet, I don't think.
No. Ray's just more, I just got to show him so he can stop talking.
Right.
Beating his chest like King Kong because he all of a sudden, did a little hot streak for a
Gotcha.
little while.
So why Ricky above the two of them? And above your husband, by the way.
Well, we'll get to that later. Ricky is a proven champion. He's a proven elite owner.
So when owners like Ray complain about how Ricky references the past and his past accomplishments, what do you say to somebody like that?
I say the past means a lot.
Okay.
It shows who you are as an owner. And Ricky, I respect the most out of the league, including you, honey. Sorry.
Okay.
Just because he does have a proven record, he knows how to run a team, and he kind of puts his money where his mouth is, for lack of better words. He doesn't really need to talk as much as he does, but he doesn't really talk sometimes because he doesn't need to. His team does for him.
All right, so here's a question for you. You say you respect the past and all his past accomplishments, and you say that he's allowed to talk. You have a history of calling him the yesteryear champion.
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
I do it to push his buttons because I know it does it.
Okay.
Pretty much it.
That's it.
I just like to talk shit.
Okay.
As we all know.
Understood. Let's get more to the present day. You started off the season 5-0, which ties the best start all time. Mm-hmm. Right? I think Cisco also went 5-0. I think it was 2006 or so.
Yep.
You were well on your way to having the best start of all time in this league.
Yep.
You were facing Brian, who was absolutely putrid the first 5 weeks. Mm-hmm. We had you all locked up to going 6-0. What happened?
Brian had a really good week that week.
Right.
I did really well that week too. I just kind of, as Ray likes to say, luck was not on my side that week.
Okay.
I'm not really that upset about that week because that was a fluke also. Brian did really, really well. Kudos to him. He did a good job. He came up at 250. I still did about 210, 211, something like that.
Right.
Yeah, that week is what it is. I still did a good job. I'm not disappointed in what my team did. They played well. So
then the following week, are you actually texting on your phone right now during an interview?
No.
Is that the level of caring that you have for this interview? The following week, you ended up going to play Matt, which is another putrid team. Yeah. And your team didn't show up at all. No. It was actually an embarrassing effort. One of the lowest scores in this league's history.
One of the lowest scores in my history.
Put you on a 2-game losing streak now. You're spiraling out of control. What are you going to do to rectify this?
Okay, I wouldn't say I was spiraling out of control. I think I had 2 bad weeks happen to be back-to-back.
Right.
I'm not worried at all. My team is a good team. They just fucked up last week a lot. I guess Some of them their period. Some of them are having a bad day. I don't know. Maybe their mom yelled at them.
Is there any concern here that this is going to have a long-lasting effect?
Not at all.
No. So you think you could turn it around?
I'm 150% sure I can turn this around.
Big test this week. You're playing the quote-unquote top team in the league. Ricky kind of debunked why Ray is not the top team in the league.
And I agree with everything Ricky said.
But anyway, record-wise, Ray is the best team in the league. You are the second best team in the league.
For now.
The winner of this game becomes the best team in the league for now.
I'm going to be back up at the top again.
How are you going to do it? How are you going to turn this thing around?
My team just has to show up as they normally do when they beat Ray.
I mean, you lost to Matt.
Yeah, shit happens, like I said. I'm not worried about losing to Matt because I have confidence, unlike other people in this league that, have a few losses and they start crying and crawling into holes, like asking for their mommies.
Right.
That's not me. I have my team. My team's a good team. It's always been a good team. Stuff happens. I'm not panicky at all.
All right, last year, you were the best team all year long. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if you scored the most points, but you had the best record.
But it was pretty good.
You were flying through the playoffs. You beat me. I had the most points in the league. You crushed me in the playoffs, so that was impressive. You had a ton of injuries. You go on to play Cisco, and it was the most embarrassing championship game of all time. How do you feel about what happened last year?
That was just a bad. Unfortunately, the injuries I was able to work through them up until that point and work through them really well.
Right.
Just for some reason, didn't work out in that team. I mean, when you lose your quarterback, it's kind of a big deal. Shit happens. But Cisco didn't play that well either. So he just happened to be the better of the two people that sucked, and he got the championship. So, stuff happens, and had my team been the team that I had all year, I would have won hands down.
Are you a little upset that you won the championship the year before, and then the following year Cisco wins and a trophy is purchased that year?
I'm more than a little upset about that. I should have had the trophy. It bothers me to see Cisco with the trophy, putting it in freezers and shit.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I'm not happy about it. I should have had the trophy. I get that you didn't want to make it look like, favoritism, my wife won. Bullshit. I won. I should have gotten a trophy.
Right. Let's see. Present day, you currently have maybe the biggest superstar in the NFL on your team, J.J. Watt.
Yes, I do.
How does it feel to have such an incredible talent on your team, and how lucky are you to have a guy like that?
Very lucky. It feels really good because it makes it more interesting to watch when I know that all the amazing shit he's doing on the field is going to benefit me also. Really proud to have him on my team. I'm probably more proud to have him than my quarterback, who also is still pretty good, but it's just a little scary when sometimes my defensive guy is better than my quarterback some weeks. So.
We just found out Ebola is in New York City. Your thoughts on Ebola in New York City? And by the way, Matt is going to be traveling into New York City tomorrow on the subway system, which this guy did travel on. So Matt, do you want to say goodbye to Matt?
It's been nice knowing you.
Right.
Maybe bring a mask. I don't know if it's really going to help.
Mask is not going to stop Ebola.
Maybe just kind of douse yourself in antibacterial.
No.
Keep your hands to yourself.
None of that's going to work. He's going to be dead. So do you want to say goodnight or goodbye to Matt?
Yeah. It's been nice knowing you. You've been a good run. You've been a good friend. Love you. Good kid.
Who would we potentially replace Matt with in the league once he dies from Ebola?
I guess Eddie or Pater.
They're in the league already.
Oh, you mean like
replace him? Yeah. Not
bring some.
I know what you're saying.
Like in our
like a whipping boy. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
No, I mean replacing Matt in the league.
Jamie, maybe we'll give Jamie a try.
Jamie, the English kid.
The English kid.
Okay, we'll give Jamie a try.
I don't know if we could whip him as much though. He seems a little.
Final thoughts. Prediction for this week against Ray.
I'm gonna beat him, hands down, easy. I would bet with him, but then he might get all baby and not bet with me. So because I told him that bets are made when somebody agrees to a bet, and when the whole house isn't being mortgaged to pay for the bet. I'm still up for a normal bet, like a normal just dinner or an ice cream or something like that.
All right, but there's not going to be any bets, so it doesn't matter. So you're guaranteeing a win.
Yeah, absolutely. With confidence.
Which would then put you in first place. Yep. Do you have a prediction for your playoff futures and what you're going to do after that?
I'm definitely going to make it to the playoffs.
Okay.
And I'm going to get to the championship, and I'm going to win this year.
Any fear of the resurgence of Cisco this year? He's won 3 straight.
Not really.
No fear.
No, I don't fear.
It doesn't even matter to you.
No, I mean, like I said, he'll be a little bit of a challenge. I'll have to really make sure that I'm prepared when I play him again because I do. But I'm not really concerned with Zuccaro, just as much as I'm not really concerned with Ray.
All right, great. This has been your first interview. How do you think you did?
I think I did well. I think I seemed pretty confident and knowledgeable.
Is it going to be another 7 years for your next interview?
No, I'm always up for an interview.
Okay. And we'll see about that.
Okay.
Good luck this week.
Thanks.
You and Ray both think you're going to win.
Well, I know I'm going to win. I don't think. That's the difference.
Let the best man or woman win.
Yep.
Congratulations. See you next week.
Yep.